for 195% regret. Look at these teeth. This is for that guy right there. I'm redoing his head and basically his entire body because I'm not liking how I did it the previous go. And I'm having big regrets because I'm fucking min-maxing teeth here. And I'm gonna have to chuck them closer together. Well, there we go. I guess we'll see. Wait, let me just do that and then save, and then boom. Just so I can make sure that if I dislike the new placement, I will be able to undo it without having to go through a bunch of freaking bullshit in order to get that done. I feel like I did those wrong. Let me double check it. I had an anatomy chart on Rexy. I don't know whether it's in this book I have in front of me right now. I don't think it is. I think it was in the one where I originally made this change to his face. And I'm also kind of making his teeth too big in order to make this work. Am I gonna regret this later? Probably. I'm gonna when I'm gonna have to animate him like talking or anything like that, it's gonna be absolute hell. But do I care? No. I don't care. I don't care whatsoever. Oh, there's the. I think that's a great book. I just have to look through all my notes, all my sketchbooks, for the right sketchbook. I think this one is it. See, that is the old version, still the old version, partially. I actually kind of want to use part of that, because I like the thing I did with the chest. It just slightly needs different properties, I mean proportions with that, but still. Where is the new version? Oh dear. What's that? Oh, that shit. Wait, what the fuck is that? No, I think that is... Oh, it's that? Okay, it is just that shit. Okay. A random piece of paper that makes me go, what is this? Apparently it was just some excursion I went on with the Academy of Art. Well, Academy of Art. I call it that because I don't know how to translate it. Art school, I guess. With art school. I suppose that's a good way to translate it. Just general say art school. That's more Kirai. God, it's the old version of Scoundrel. My eyes, they're burning. I hate it. Compared to New Scoundrel. New Scoundrel is a crazy psychopath bitch with how he looks. He's like a snake eel being. I like him. I very much like him. And he has 6 legs, that too, so yeah, he is something, definitely. A snake eel being with 6 legs. That is indeed the new anatomy chart, but that's not the head. Because the head works rather differently. Oh, I did it before the weird deer thingy. Okay, yeah. Before the redo of that one. There you go. Yeah, they indeed were originally way smaller. But yes, they're indeed pointed downwards. Okay, because this one's pointed the wrong way. Just had to check that, whether I didn't turn it around. And I can't flip it. Let me just... That works. -1. Go. Alright. And then we kind of need to flip you. Or not. No, I'm keeping it like that, and then I'm... No! Okay. Got it. It's okay. It will all be fine. We have some very big shit going on here. There's a lot of characters. Yes, those are teeth. If you want to know what kind of being led to, what kind of animal led to this hell of a being, It's a hyena. That will tell you enough. Oh god. Yeah, I have a lot of beings that are like, God, what am I looking at? Worst culprits of that? Rex, absolutely. Very much a character that's just like, what in the actual fuck is this? Rexy, that guy, Scoundrel, very much. Scoundrel is like, oh, I need to post a picture of him. Should I post a picture of him? I could post a picture of him in this. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do it in editing. I normally don't edit much, but I found that my Microsoft apparently has a video editor, which I didn't know yet because I haven't owned a Windows laptop for a very long time. Because before this, I had a different type of laptop, which I absolutely despise, and I'm happy that I only had to deal with it for like a few years. Before it was like, yeah, you're off to school now, so, frick you with your laptop. And then I was like, alright, now I have an excuse to buy a new laptop. And I also needed one anyways for the Academy of Art, but like, stop calling it that. All the English people are gonna be like, Academy of Art? What do you mean? Art school! Art school! I don't dislike art school that much, although I suppose it's also the sector I'm doing anyways. It's like, yeah. Okay, like that. And then I need some more right here. Shift D, I think. Yeah, it was Shift D. I need to double check that because I keep forgetting whether it's Ctrl D or Shift D. I'm pretty sure. No, okay, Ctrl D doesn't do it. Ctrl S does work. No! Stop selecting the back one. I hate it. No. Scale that one down. I think I'm gonna have to slightly turn you. No, I'm gonna have to turn you that way actually. Cause, okay, I think the best way to do that would be like that. So I can measure everything out, so. Okay. I'm gonna reveal something of this character real quick. Boom. This is probably gonna make you go like, Bully, what are you doing? This is so incredibly anatomically impossible. No, it's not. Don't worry about it. Let me do my weird shit. What are you doing? Oh my goodness, the bitch just jumps very loudly outside. Well, she does it she does it louder most of the time, but like, still, for a rabbit, she cannot jump silently. She's built like a chicken nugget, but she cannot jump silently. Like, she is small. Like, compared to Fantasia, where's Fantasia? Fantasia's just digging through the hay. Okay. But compared to Fantasia, she's small. Problem I'm dealing with here is the fact that there's not enough room for the gums. So, what I could do here. Wait, how did I do it again? Did I chuck the entire thing over it, or did I do it like that? Okay, now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna just wait with completely fixing this entire section, because what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna. Where's that picture? There it is. There it is. Okay, that's my anatomical reference picture for some shit. But what I'm gonna do, I'm first gonna sculpt out the entire rest of the of the head, and then I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna do with the frontal part here. I first need to check whether I can fit the rest. Which, like, with this you can still not make it out what I'm even trying to get at. It's a very complicated idea I had on him, and well, I had on him that a very complicated way that he works, but I like it because I like that type of shit. Only thing I'm worrying about right now is that it will do that. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to shrink them slightly down. No, what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna put you down, and then I'm gonna chuck you up. There you go. And then I need to round it around that. Yeah, okay. Ctrl S Shift D. Then rotate. The annoying thing right now is the fact that all these guys are around it. This is just one guy? Yeah, okay, it is. And I'm back, so I'm doing... What's the loud ass jumper? Oh, it's Fantasia, okay. Yeah, Fantasia, I understand why he's so loud. He's thick. Like, he is very fluffy by being... But Abyss? Abyss sounds louder most of the time. Oh, there goes Abyss. Right, that was Fantasia. That was Abyss. Let's see, so... Are you laying back? Oh my goodness. No, don't sit on her. Abyss. Don't sit on Abyss, Fantasia. No. She's like, get your ass off of me. And he's like, nah. Nah. She is a sandwich. No. Fantasia. Don't sandwich your friend. Yup, she jumped out from under his booty cheeks. Leave your friend alone, Fantasia. I need to... And then I need to do it the same with you here. I'm gonna have to rotate you slightly toward here. There you go. So the main thing I have to check on Rex is that he has enough space between these that it can work. Which is the exact reason I have this gap here. Just so he has some space to open his mouth with. I think this is a very terrifying way of putting together a being. I at first was going to give him multiple layers of teeth. But, that idea has changed because I prefer the bigger teeth rather than the other way. See, that's that, and there's this gap there. Yes, okay. Now I need to rotate everything 180 degrees and hope that it will still work. I still need to choose whether I'm adding a third point on this or whether I'm keeping it two-pointed. I'm gonna have to cut the audio out there. I was talking to people. Shift D. I know that they wouldn't be liking it if they were to be in a recording. Which is why I'm gonna have to cut it out tonight. But first, since it's this late, I'm gonna go have to make some food. Or otherwise I will starve. Because I haven't eaten much today. How much have I eaten today? Like... Wait, shit, what did I even do today? Crap. I've managed to forget what I've done today. It is 30:12. That means that I did something today. Oh, that shit. Yeah, okay. Shit that shouldn't have taken as long as it did, but it did. So now it's like pain in the ass. Because I was outside the house all day. I wanted to work on this shit. I couldn't because flipping shit. Okay, yeah, what I'm gonna do on this one definitely is add a third wheel to it. Same for you. I'm shortening you just so we have less overlap there. Then I'm putting you there. And you can definitely also get some ground part here. Like, you don't want to get bitten by this guy. As you can see, he got a very full mouth of teeth. And I'm also gonna have to chuck these back in here. Oh my goodness, Fantasia. Wait, no. Yeah, that's Fantasia. No, they're both sleeping. That's adorable. Oh my goodness. What are you two so cute for? Get some food as soon as I've eaten, yes? Got some food. I'll get you some greens as soon as I've eaten. Yeah, they both get a little bit of green at the end of the day. Keeps them happy though. I mean, like, what was I gonna say again? Frick. Anyways, look at these guys. Look at this guy. By the way, this guy is the size of a human.
Look at the big bear. Look at the big bear.
He's so majestic and beautiful and everything. Like, look at him. That's his hoof. That's roughly the size of a human head. Anyways, I'll be probably stopping here. Since I've been recording for 17 minutes, the teeth for 17 minutes, so yeah. Look at it. Oh no, oh no, oh no, it's going somewhere where it shouldn't be going. Oh no, it's still going, shit. It's still going places. I don't want you to be going places, bastard. Yep, there you go. Look at him. Look at those terrifying teeth. Like, you just have like, he has rather simple teeth, I'm pretty sure. And then you have a, you don't want to get impaled by that. That's basically like getting stabbed by a lancier. You don't want it. And then you have this guy who's actually relatively okay, except for the fact that he also has claws. So you don't want to get slashed by him. Then you have this. Look at this shit. Compared to all of this, compared to majority of my creatures, no. Like, do I have any creature? No, Scoundrel's worse. Scoundrel's absolutely worse. I'll give you a quick description of Scoundrel. So, let me grab him just a second. Scoundrel is probably worse. And with probably, I mean, depends on what you think is worse. This set of teeth that I've still not even explained the gimmick of, but I will not be explaining because I'll be showing it as soon as it's finished because I prefer doing like that. Or Scoundrel, who has an actually rather similar system because, okay, I'll just explain one thing. Rex is partially based off the snake. Very specifically, like venomous cobra-esque beings that have like the big teeth. Like, you don't want to get bit by those, it hurt. And then you have Scoundrel, who's based off a, well, partially based off, they're both partially based off a snake-esque being. He's partly based off an eel. If you know anything about eels, you know that they have a lot of very, very sharp teeth. But that's not the only thing, they have a second mouth. And that mouth can go outward, and then it would drag you in. So basically, if Scoundrel opens his mouth, you just see like one mouthful of teeth. But then he brings forward his second mouth, and then you're like, Oh, hell no. God. What is this I'm looking at? Like, his face is very flat. Like, his face is very flat. Until he opens it. And they are like, what am I looking at? Same for Rex, by the way. He has a very well, very pressed together face. Like, he's not good at breathing because he has no fucking space in his mouth to breathe. I'm still gonna have to fix that because he needs to have some kind of capability of breathing, because this is the location of his nose. There is not really any space here, or else he'll break the upper part of here, which we don't want. Or I could pull the same thing on him as is done by a Smilodon, because Smilodons also have a very specific nose, because, well, they have a very specific build because of how big their sabers are. I might run a similar way. I mean, like, the problem is that he is also need to be able to have quite a bit of stamina, and breathing through the mouth is not really a good idea for him, because so I'm gonna have to find a solution on that. I'll probably chuck some scales around until it fits. But it won't be much different from this. Like, he will have enough space because his mouth, his face is very wide. Rexy, in comparison, is not that wide, and he's not a saber tooth. Well, this is not a saber tooth, but like, he's not a like, we have some saber tooths in here. This is not a saber tooth. This is partial saber tooth, partial saber tooth. He's a Thylacine. Then we have the other guys. I'm not gonna name any of these right now because, like, they're not important except for him in this Sulk, because look at him. He also has some rather terrifying teeth. I'm gonna make it so that his jaw will be completely able to open even with this abomination. I have some ideas. I'm probably gonna do it by the way that his species does it too. That I might chuck back the jaw a little. Like, if I were to chuck the pivot point instead of here, back to here, and then chuck the back of the head slightly larger, just slightly. But no, don't grab the other guy's shit. Like, if I were to slightly chuck back here, like if I were to do this, and then boom. No, okay, that's already on the side. And then instead of the previous pivot point, no, I'll chuck the pivot point here. Like, then what we're dealing with is a jaw that can open to... God, why my downstairs neighbors so loud? Oh my god. Oh, they have the new... Okay, I forgot they have the switch to... So they're very fucking loud. Like, if I were to chuck the pivot point back here, this will be his jaw. This will be his jaw capability of opening. I'm forgetting here the upper teeth. Just grab that real quick. Is that... Okay, that's an upping of 2. Keep checking so I'm not taking the guy in front of him's shit. Like, if I check it back here. Like, if I were to somehow check the pivot point back here. And then I were to... No! Stop deselecting it. Bastard. And then I were to... Like, this already is enough, basically enough. But knowing these type of cats, they can actually open, well, Felix-esque beings, they can open their mouth quite largely, like this. But then we're also dealing with the fact that he's not completely Felix, he is, partial, how's it called? the other guy, he could potentially be able to open his jaw this wide, which would be terrifying to say the least, but it would mean that I have to take in a lot of this space for the muscle, which, I mean, if I'm looking at his head right now, it could work. It could work. I'll see. These are some bastards that I'll see how it will work out eventually. I'm probably gonna slightly jut you back. Like, slightly move you front. There you go. Like this. If I have his jaw like this, and then chuck it way wider, like, no! Like this. This is a very wide jaw, and then it will not be able to, like, move in specific ways. The thing about this guy is that because his back teeth are the ones that are so big, and, like, how this shit works, it's just like, I don't know whether it's that good of an idea that I'm doing it like this, but it's fine. It's fine. The way these guys work, that will be fine. We'll find a way.